The midpoint formula is a fairly straightforward formula. It's simply the average of your x's and the average of your y's. So if I write that formula here, it's x1 plus x2 over 2, and y1 plus y2 over 2. And there's the formula. Now the first thing I like to do is to set up a picture. I have a segment which contains the points S and T. And their coordinates. This is at 4, -1, and this is at 6, 0. And what I'm searching for is the midpoint here, which we'll call M. So the first thing to do is to label my points. I'll call the first set x1, y1, and the second x2, y2. Now all I have to do is put those in the formula. So I see that the first set says x1 plus x2. So that's 4 plus 6 over 2. And then y1 plus y2. -1 plus 0 over 2. Now I begin to combine. 4 plus 6 is 10. -1 plus 0 is -1. And now I simplify. 10 over 2, that's 5. And I'm left here with just -1/2 or -0.5. And there's the coordinates for my midpoint M. 5 and -1/2. Take a look at this next problem. It's slightly more complicated. Again, the first thing I like to do is to set up a picture. So it says the midpoint of segment AB. So I have this segment, which we'll label A, B. And the midpoint is M. If the coordinates of M, so they give me the coordinates of the midpoint, and it's 1/2, -2. And the coordinates of B are 6, 1. What are the coordinates of A? So this is my unknown, and I just call it xy. Now the formula works exactly the same way. x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. Now remember, these are the endpoints. You average them, and you'll find what's in the middle. So again, I can just label my points. This is the first set here, A, so I'll just call it x1, y1. And B, we'll call it x2, y2. And again, I just plug it in the formula. So x1, that's my unknown value of x, plus x2, which is 6, over 2. y1, that's the unknown value y from A, plus y2, 1, over 2. Now I know that when I solve either the right side or the left side, it will result in the responding coordinate for the midpoint. So I can set those equal to that. And it looks like this. X plus 6 over 2 will equal the x value of the midpoint, which is 1/2. And in this portion here, for the y value, y plus 1 over 2 equals the corresponding y value for the midpoint, -2. Now to solve either of these, they're just equations. So the first thing I need to do is clear the 2 in the denominator. So I multiply by 2. You have to do it to both sides of the equation. So this cancels the 2's here and leaves me with x plus 6. And 1/2 times 2 is 1. Then we just subtract 6 from both sides, and x equals -5. And we do the same for the y. Multiply both sides by 2. This clears the 2 in the denominator. Now I have y plus 1. -2 times 2 is -4. And subtract 1 from both sides. And y is equal to -5. And there's my other endpoint. And I can see that that would be answer A.